black community is losing 2.1 billion every single year because of one thing that black men are not doing. In this video, I'm going to break down and show you the one big thing that's quietly stealing money from the black community. Now, it's not racism, it's not taxes, it's not a lack of opportunity, it's marriage. In fact, it's the lack of marriage. So I'm going to break down, I'm going to show you the numbers, and maybe send this to your partner and say, hey babe, if we want to make more money, we've got to get married. And I came across this information in the last month or so, and it's completely blown my mind and taken me down this rabbit hole, and I wanted to share my findings with you. Our community is losing over £2.1 billion every single year simply because fewer of us are getting married, which is crazy. So I want to start with the facts. I came across this topic on Twitter and I went down this crazy rabbit hole. I initially thought it made no sense. How can being married make you more money? Oh, okay. Maybe it's because two incomes, but that wasn't it at all. Economists have known this for quite some time, for decades now, and this is something they call a marriage premium. Effectively, there is an income boost that married people, especially men, tend to earn. So just by being married, your income goes up. This is what we're going to explore today. So according to the Institute of Social and Economic Research, ISER, they had a 2005 study. So you can see this conversation has been around for quite some time. And for anyone that wants to maybe dig deeper into this study was Badasi and Taylor in 2005. They indicated that men who were married earn at least 15% more than single men. 15%. I'm going to break down the numbers, but even after adjusting for background factors, that premium still sat at around 6 to 9%. And that was a study by the University of Essex. Now, if we look at the average salary for a full-time working black man in the UK, it's around £33,000 per year. Based on this 15% marriage premium, that's an additional £5,000 per year. That 15% equals £5,000 per year. And this is where it gets really interesting, and this is where it blew my mind, and I hope it blows your mind too. There are over 420,000 working aged black men in the UK who are unmarried. So if we took the 5,000 15% premium, times that by the 420,000 unmarried black men of working age in the UK, that is £2.1 billion per year that our community is not bringing in. And it's crazy because 2.1 billion opens so many opportunities, so many doors, helps to level up the playing field, but it's not happening because some of you would rather flirt on Hinge with Sally than actually get married and build a future and create generational wealth. No Sallys were injured in the making of this video, by the way. We're screaming about opportunities, but we're failing to realize that some of those opportunities were right under our noses or on our fingers. That's 2.1 billion every single year. It's not a one-off 2.1 billion. It's every single year. So why specifically does marriage increase your income, or why is it purported to increase your income? Some of these make so much sense. And when I say them to you, you're going to be like, of course, that made sense. So number one, stability. Employers, and I'm an employer myself, employers often see people who are married as more stable. You're more reliable. You're accountable to somebody. You're much more settled. Number two, focus. Married couples tend to make much more longer term decisions, especially with regards to their career. If you're single, you could meet Sally from Hinge and you could decide to leave your job because of love, or move to a different country, or move to another city because of love. So married people are seen as much more focused and more long-term planning. Number three, household support. A stable partner allows for the other person to work longer hours, make further investments, take more risks, invest in themselves. Employers see this. The job market sees this, and these people are rewarded for it. But number four, which I think most people don't consider, it's the social capital. And social capital means what you can glean, what you can get, or what you can receive off the back of marriage. Marriage allows for a greater network. If you're single, you have one friend. If you're married, you have one friend and your partner has another friend, and they have in-laws and they have networks and they have opportunities. So it's not that marriage specifically puts more money into your pocket. It just opens more doors. It creates an environment that ultimately supports financial growth or smarter financial decisions, because two heads are better than one. So I came across this piece of research by Citivas in 2023. And they said only 27% of Black Caribbean households and 26% of African households are led or headed by a married couple, in comparison to a white British household at 43.5%. That is a major difference. That is nearly double. If there's a 5% premium and other communities are benefiting from that premium and we're not benefiting from that premium, then are we causing an injustice to ourselves? Are we intentionally slowing down our growth or our wealth creation or our investment opportunities? These are conversations we've got to have. Now, if you're waiting in line for an engagement ring or you're a young man that's trying to get married, send this video to your partner and say, hey, time we get married so we can get this 15% marriage premium. So if only 1 in 4 black adults are being married, it means 3 in 4 are not accessing this marriage premium. You're not accessing this 6 to 15% marriage premium. So effectively, we are stealing money from ourselves because this is 2.1 billion that's not entering our households, our community, going towards our children's education, going towards our future, going towards pension, going towards asset accumulation, going towards generational wealth. At some point, we've got to accept that we, due to a slowing down or lack of marriage, is having a massive impact. I want to conceptualize this. Send this to your friends and family and explain that this 2.1 billion that we are losing every single year could completely transform our entire community, could level up the playing field, could change the trajectory in so many lives. Let me break it down. 2.1 billion per year within our community, that stays within our community, is enough to buy 30,000 homes with a £65,000 deposit each. 2.1 billion is enough for 100,000 people to start businesses with a startup capital of £20,000 each. Think about that. So this isn't small change we're talking about. This is transformative. This is life-changing money that we're losing out on. Money that could go towards ownership, our communities, could go towards charities, could go towards education. We talk about inequality a lot, and there is a lot, and I can do another video on this. But sometimes the reality is, it's not just the system holding us back. We're actually holding ourselves back. So next time someone says, marriage isn't cool, don't get married, marriage isn't worth it, well, sit them down, show them this video or send them this video. Maybe it's time we have these deep, painful conversations within our community. Hey guys, if you got any value from this video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Are you married? Are you benefiting from that marriage premium? Are you not swayed by the idea of marriage? And will you send this video to a partner and say, hey, we must get married very soon? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Hope it was valuable.